big setback for Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal ahead of elections. The AAP convener has been sent to Tihar Jail till April 15th. That's just few days ahead of phase 1 of voting in the nation. Let's tell you, the Enforcement Directorate had asked for 14 days of judicial custody of Kejriwal, citing his non-cooperative behaviour in connection with the alleged liquor policy scam. Now, the Enforcement Directorate claims that Kejriwal has been trying to evade the questions and has also not been granted phone access to the probe agency. Remember, ED had arrested Kejriwal on March 21st after he skipped 9 ED summons and has been in the central agency's custody since then. He's the third AAP leader to be arrested after Sanjay Singh, Satyendra Jain and Manish Sisodia. Kejriwal has been governing Delhi from jail with his wife Sunita Kejriwal passing his orders to his cabinet colleagues. On the issue of Delhi CM working from jail, the Delhi High Court has asked ED to submit note to special judge.
अरविंद जी, पूरा इंडिया गठबंधन के लाभ के लिए जुटा मामले में क्या कहेंगे?
कुछ कहना चाहेंगे? देश के लिए अच्छा नहीं है।
अरविंद जी, पूरा इंडिया गठबंधन के लाभ के लिए जुटा मामले में क्या कहेंगे?
कुछ कहना चाहेंगे? देश के लिए अच्छा नहीं है।
अरविंद जी, पूरा इंडिया गठबंधन के लाभ के लिए जुटा मामले में क्या कहेंगे?
कुछ कहना चाहेंगे? देश के लिए अच्छा नहीं है।
अब सुनवाई से मुझे कोई उम्मीद नहीं। इन्होंने क्यों सीबीआई के कानून इसको ईडी के कानूनों को बदला? इनकी नियत में खोट था कि एक बार जिस पर हाथ डाल देंगे राजनीतिक दृष्टि से वो जेल से बाहर ना निकले, जेलों में सड़े।
Arvind Kejriwal today was produced at Rouse Avenue Court. He has been sent to 14 days of judicial custody. Before entering the courtroom, he said that Pradhan Mantri जो कर रहे हैं वो देश के लिए अच्छा नहीं है. ED also stated that he is being evasive, he is not giving out details properly, and hence now he has been sent to judicial custody.
Mr. Arvind Kejriwal has to answer some straight questions. And as ASG Mr. Raju has pointed out to the court and as the media has reported, he is giving evasive answers. Perhaps saying, I don't know. If he doesn't know, as the Chief Minister of Delhi, what his ministers of the Aam Aadmi Party government are doing, then it raises some very serious questions about his capability, about his competence, about the manner in which his government is going. Alternatively, Mr. Kejriwal is scared to tell the truth because he must be understanding that he has obviously given instructions to his ministers to act in a certain way, which has led to the liquor and the excise scam. Now, he cannot run away from answering these straight questions by simply attacking Prime Minister Modi. And how can it be said that if a question on a scam is there, on a corruption is there, that is not in interests of the nation? Prime Minister Modi's government is working against corruption, in serving the people. Mr. Kejriwal came on all these promises, I will not allow corruption to happen. But in reality, he's running away from answering questions on corruption. So he believes that Prime Minister Modi is acting against the interest of the Indian people. Does he believe that doing corruption in the excise scam and liquor scam is helping the people of Delhi? So Mr. Kejriwal is tying himself in knots by trying to run away from answering straight questions.
आज शराब घोटाले के आरोपी अरविंद केजरीवाल को 15 दिन की न्यायिक हिरासत में भेज दिया गया है। शराब घोटाले में दिल्ली को लूटने वाले, दिल्ली को ठगने वाले अरविंद केजरीवाल अब कट्टर ईमानदारी का दावा पेश नहीं कर सकते। हमारा ये पहले दिन से मानना था कि शराब नीति में दिल्ली के युवाओं को नशे में धकेलने का काम किया गया, दिल्ली को लूटने का काम किया गया है। और आज बार बार ये बात सच हुई कि जब माननीय न्यायालय ने स्पष्ट किया कि आपको न्यायिक हिरासत में जाना ही होगा क्योंकि शराब नीति में घोटाला तो हुआ है। मुझे उम्मीद है कि दिल्ली की जनता अब इन नए किरदारों को भी देखेगी जिन्होंने दिल्ली को लूटने का काम किया।
Priyank, my colleague, joins me live on the broadcast. Priyank, good afternoon. Clear setback for Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal. But with the fact that he's going to be lodged in Tihar Jail now, this is also an interesting development considering the last time we saw something like this with the Chief Minister was with Jayalalitha.
Yes, it is a big setback for the Aam Aadmi Party's government here in the national capital, where the party is the national convener and the chief minister of the state of Bihar will be there inside the jail. And it is absolutely right that he would be the second chief minister of the country who will be sent to the jail while he is the serving chief minister. The development is certainly coming up from the court where Arvind Kejriwal is expected to be taken to the Tihar jail anytime soon. But what is also important to be seen that the ED in its remand application for the judicial custody, has stated that Arvind Kejriwal has been, giving false information vis-a-vis related to the Aam Aadmi Party leaders who have been co-accused in this case. While talking about the Vijay Nair, one of the key conspirator who has been arrested by the Enforcement Directorate, who was said to be the person who brought all these South Indian lobby to the Delhi government, Arvind Kejriwal has also refused to give clear-cut answer regarding his presence in the important meeting where private individuals should not have been present. That's why the document related to the excise policy 2020-2021 was leaked to the private entities, which led to the cartelization of these conduits who actually conspired for this excise policy scam. Now the development which is happening in this case is that the court here, the special judge of the PMLA case, has sent Arvind Kejriwal to 14 days of police remand, and Arvind Kejriwal will have to be there inside the Tihar Jail number 5, away from the other 3 colleagues of him, where Manish Sisodiya is in jail number 1, Sanjay Singh is in jail number 2, and Satyen Jain is in jail number 7. Arvind Kejriwal will have to be there at jail number 5 before the Central Bureau of Investigation could actually move an application seeking his police remand. So it's a big setback for the Aam Aadmi Party's national convener and the Chief Minister of the national capital in Delhi.
Right, Priyank, I appreciate you getting us all those inputs and telling us what grounds this custody was also extended. But for the moment, we're going to leave it at that. But I understand Rame, my colleague, also joins me for the latest. Rame, good afternoon. Clearly, like our colleague Priyank was pointing out what has transpired here. But if you could help us understand in terms of what the ED said, based which the court has given this legal setback?
So ED had firstly stated, it is again and again being repeated submissions by the Enforcement Directorate that Arvind Kejriwal was not cooperating in the investigation. Whatsoever questions were being put, evasive replies were being given. He was not giving satisfactory answers. And due to this only, ultimately, after all these Enforcement Directorate custody, the ED requested the court to send Arvind Kejriwal to judicial custody. ED also made submissions that if in future, if any further confrontation is required or if any interrogation is required, then they would seek the permission of the Honorable Court. However, as of now, Arvind Kejriwal will be remanded to 15 days of judicial custody. Accordingly, considering the submissions of the Enforcement Directorate, the Special Judge Kaveri Baweja ordered that Arvind Kejriwal be remanded to 14 days of judicial custody. In layman's term, it means that Arvind Kejriwal will be heading to Tihar Jail now. Now, if we particularly speak about Enforcement Directorate submissions before the court, Enforcement Directorate made a very big revealing statement that along with Arvind Kejriwal and the top leaders, the Aam Aadmi Party in itself got the proceeds of crime. However, it is not clear that has it been arraigned as an accused or not. However, they have clearly stated that Aam Aadmi Party was the party to whom the proceeds of crime have been given to, have been transferred. ED has also stated that Kejriwal has given false and contrary evidence vis-a-vis other members of the AAP. ED says that when Arvind Kejriwal was confronted with the statements given by his own party leaders, he stated that these people are confused. So ultimately, there was also one statement made that...
I'd have to interject you there, but a quick follow-up question with the fact that the statement was also made that complex than the ordinary crimes as economic offenders are resourceful and influential people and commit the said crimes in a carefully and planned and meticulous manner. This is a huge charge.
Absolutely. It is just not a criminal or it's not a murder case or some other petty offences cases that the evidence can be gathered easily or somehow. It's a white-collar crime, as we say. And that is why ED stated our investigation into economic offences is very more complex. It is very more... It's not so easy. If we talk in layman's terms, we have to find out to whom the proceeds of crime went to, by whom they were given, what were the complexities involved, which mode of transaction they used. Was it hawala funds? Was it bank transferred? Was it cash? So it requires a lot of time and dedication to unearth all of this, specifically proceeds of crime. They stated that the crimes are committed in a very carefully planned, meticulous manner, thereby rendering the investigation process a complicated exercise. More than 4 or 5 supplementary charge sheets